Stoicism, a timeless philosophy. Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, originates from the wisdom of ancient thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. At its core, Stoicism emphasizes virtue, wisdom, and a life led with intent and self-control. In today's fast-paced world, bombarded by the incessant noise of technology and external pressures, many of us have unconsciously adopted habits that go against this age-old wisdom. These habits often lead us to live distracted, unfulfilled lives, always searching for the next thing to give us a fleeting sense of happiness. But what if the key to inner peace, happiness, and a purposeful life isn't in adding more, but in subtracting, in removing those habits that keep us chained, preventing us from reaching our true potential? Today, we're diving deep into 7 anti-Stoic habits, habits that you may recognize in yourself, habits that, if left unchecked, could steer you away from the calm and centered life that Stoicism can offer. Are you ready to embark on this journey of self-awareness and transformation? Let's explore the 7 habits you should consider removing from your life now. If you're ready to let go of those habits holding you back and embrace a more stoic approach to life, hit that like button and subscribe. Let's journey towards wisdom together. 1. Living externally focused. In a world that thrives on likes, shares, and followers, it's easy to fall into the trap of seeking external validation. Our first anti-Stoic habit delves into this very challenge: living externally focused. Our environment constantly bombards us with messages about what success looks like, what beauty is defined as, and what life milestones we should achieve by certain ages. Advertisements, influencers, even well-meaning friends and family can set predefined benchmarks for us. The bigger house, the newest gadget, the exotic vacations. We're told these are markers of a successful life, and herein lies the trap. When our gaze is perpetually directed outwards, we set ourselves up for endless cycles of comparison and discontent, because there will always be someone with more, doing more, appearing happier. Without realizing it, we become puppets to societal norms and external expectations. Our authentic selves, our genuine desires, and our internal compass can get lost in this cacophony. Now imagine a life where you aren't swayed by every external whim, a life where your sense of self isn't dependent on the latest trends or the number of followers. Stoicism urges us to reclaim our autonomy, to understand that while we can appreciate and engage with the external world, our true anchor should be internal. Our virtues, values, and personal growth are the real metrics. Carl Jung wrote, "He who looks outside dreams, he who looks inside awakes." By practicing introspection and grounding ourselves in our intrinsic values, we can navigate the external world with a sense of purpose and direction rather than being adrift in its ever-changing tides. 2. Dwelling on the past and overthinking. About the future time is a peculiar entity. It's ever-flowing and relentless, yet so often our minds are trapped either reliving the past or anxiously anticipating the future. Our second anti-Stoic habit delves into this temporal tug of war, dwelling on the past and overly worrying about the future. Think about the times you've replayed a past event in your mind, wishing you could change a word, an action, or a decision, or the nights you've spent tossing and turning, agonizing over future uncertainties, even those far beyond your control. These mental patterns can rob us of the joy and potential of the present moment. In constantly looking back or forward, we blur out the beauty and opportunities available to us right now. Stoicism teaches us the value of being present, of grounding ourselves in the now. While it's natural to reflect on the past and plan for the future, becoming prisoners to these thoughts can lead to a life half-lived. Imagine the liberation of embracing each moment fully, without the shadows of yesterday or the clouds of tomorrow looming over. It's a practice, a conscious choice we can make every day. Epictetus once said, "Remember, it's not enough to be hit or insulted to be harmed. You must believe that you are being harmed." As we journey through life, it's essential to understand that our perception shapes our reality. By anchoring ourselves in the present and practicing mindfulness, we can find peace amidst the chaos and truly live rather than merely exist. 3. Seeking comfort over growth. There's an undeniable allure to comfort. Soft cushions, familiar routines, the ease of the known. But is there a hidden cost to always choosing the path of least resistance? Our third anti-Stoic habit delves into a pervasive challenge, seeking comfort over growth. Imagine a plant constricted by a pot too small for its potential. While the pot is familiar and safe, the plant can't truly thrive until it's given a chance to expand, to reach for the sun. Similarly, when we continuously seek comfort, we may inadvertently stifle our growth. Avoiding discomfort can mean sidestepping challenges and, in doing so, missing out on invaluable lessons and experiences. Stoicism reminds us that discomfort can be a doorway to growth, that adversity faced with courage and resilience can mold us into stronger, wiser beings. Imagine the satisfaction of overcoming a long-held fear, of conquering a challenge you once deemed insurmountable. That exhilaration, that growth, often lies just outside our comfort zones. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." As we journey through life's tapestry, let's not merely seek the cozy corners. Let's also embrace the rough patches, for they are often where our true potential unfurls. 4. Letting emotions rule. Your emotions are powerful, like the unpredictable waves of the ocean. They can engulf us, sweeping us off our feet in moments of passion, anger, or sorrow. Our fourth anti-Stoic habit confronts a universal challenge: letting emotions rule you. Have you ever regretted a decision made in the heat of the moment, or wished you could take back words spoken in anger? Such is the power of unchecked emotions. They can dictate our actions, often leading us astray. Emotions are the colors of our human experience. They paint our memories, guiding our deepest connections and often our most profound regrets. Society often sends us mixed signals. We're told to hide our emotions in one moment and to follow our hearts in the next. The result is a turbulent relationship with our own feelings. Yet Stoicism teaches us that discomfort can be a doorway to growth, that adversity faced with courage and resilience can mold us into stronger, wiser beings. Empowerment comes from acknowledging our emotions without letting them dominate our decisions. It's about steering our ship with a clear compass, even when storms of passion or fear arise. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength, Marcus Aurelius said. As we navigate the intricate maze of life, let's strive for emotional mastery, painting our experiences with all the hues of our emotions, but always with intention, balance, and purpose. 5. Being a victim of circumstances. In the vast tapestry of human experience, challenges and adversities are as inevitable as the changing seasons. Whether it's the loss of a job, the ending of a relationship, or an unforeseen health challenge, life has a way of presenting us with circumstances that test our mettle. However, how we perceive and react to these challenges defines our journey, and herein lies the distinction between being a proactive navigator of life and being a victim of circumstances. The mindset of a victim is characterized by a sense of powerlessness, where external events are seen as forces that dictate one's fate. There's an inherent belief that one lacks agency or control over what happens, leading to reactions driven by frustration, anger, or despair. Such a mindset often manifests in phrases like, "Why does this always happen to me?" or "I can't change this, it's just my luck." While it's natural to feel overwhelmed occasionally, perpetually dwelling in a victim mindset can hamper personal growth and potential. Stoicism challenges this passive approach to life. Instead of perceiving events as good or bad, Stoicism encourages us to view them as neutral occurrences, and our judgments of them give them value. Epictetus once said, "It's not things that upset us, but our judgment about things." This perspective underscores the power of perception in shaping our experiences. By relinquishing the victim mentality, we open ourselves to growth and adaptability. We start to recognize that while we can't always control what happens to us, we can certainly control how we respond. Instead of lamenting, "Why did this happen?" the proactive individual asks, "What can I learn from this?" or "How can I adapt and overcome?" This subtle shift in questioning transforms challenges into opportunities for growth. Being proactive also involves cultivating resilience and resourcefulness. When faced with adversity, rather than succumbing to despair, a resilient individual seeks solutions, learns from failures, and remains steadfast in the face of setbacks. This doesn't mean ignoring or downplaying challenges. It means facing them with a constructive and adaptive mindset. Furthermore, detaching oneself from a victim mentality fosters empathy and compassion, not only for oneself, but for others. Recognizing that everyone is on a unique journey laden with their challenges creates a space for understanding and mutual support. It's worth noting that breaking free from the victim mindset doesn't negate the authenticity of one's feelings or experiences. Pain, sorrow, and anger are valid emotions, and it's crucial to acknowledge and process them. However, the distinction lies in how long one dwells in these emotions and how they let these emotions shape their narrative. In conclusion, the choice between being a victim of circumstances and a proactive navigator of life's challenges hinges on perception, mindset, and response. While life's adversities are unavoidable, adopting a Stoic perspective allows us to face them with equanimity, resilience, and a proactive spirit. In doing so, we reclaim our power, recognizing that our destiny is shaped not by the events we encounter, but by how we choose to navigate them. 6. Blaming others. One of the most counterproductive habits we often fall into is the tendency to blame others for our problems. This is our 6th anti-Stoic habit, blaming others. It's a reflex that, in the short term, can make us feel momentarily relieved, but in the long term, it only serves to disempower us. Picture a scenario where every setback is someone else's fault. The boss who didn't give you a promotion, the partner who doesn't understand you, the friend who let you down. While external factors do play a role in our lives, constantly attributing our unhappiness or failures to others keeps us stuck in a cycle of resentment and helplessness. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control: our actions, our responses, and our attitudes. When we stop blaming others and start taking responsibility for our lives, we reclaim our power. It doesn't mean excusing others' wrongdoings, but it does mean recognizing that we have the agency to shape our own destiny. Seneca once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By internalizing this wisdom, we shift from a mindset of blame to one of accountability and empowerment. 7. Ignoring the present. Our final anti-Stoic habit is perhaps the most pervasive in our modern, fast-paced world: ignoring the present. How often do you find yourself lost in thought, replaying past events, or anxiously planning for the future, while the present moment slips by unnoticed? This constant mental time traveling not only steals our peace, but also prevents us from fully experiencing life as it unfolds. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of living in the present moment. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, frequently reminds us to focus on the here and now, to appreciate the beauty and significance of each moment. By practicing mindfulness and being fully present, we can connect more deeply with ourselves and the world around us. It's in the present that we find true contentment and clarity. Embrace the power of now. Cultivate mindfulness practices that bring you back to the present moment, whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply taking time to savor your daily experiences. Remember, life is not in the past or the future, but in the present moment. Outro: Embracing the Stoic Path. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the 7 anti-Stoic habits that could be holding you back. Reflecting on these habits is the first step towards a life of greater peace, purpose, and resilience. Remember, change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step you take can lead to profound transformation. By removing these habits, you're not just adopting a new philosophy, you're choosing to live a more intentional and empowered life. As we conclude, I want to leave you with a few challenges and questions to help you internalize these lessons and apply Stoicism to your daily life. These challenges are designed to be practical, actionable steps that you can start implementing today. Challenges. Mindfulness. Challenge: spend 10 minutes each day practicing mindfulness or meditation. Focus on your breath, the sensations in your body, and the present moment. Notice when your mind wanders to the past or future, and gently bring it back to the now. Gratitude journal. Keep a gratitude journal and write down 3 things you are grateful for every day. This practice helps shift your focus from external validation to appreciating the simple joys and intrinsic values in your life. Embrace discomfort. Identify one area of your life where you tend to seek comfort over growth. This week, intentionally put yourself in a situation that challenges you. It could be speaking up in a meeting, trying a new hobby, or facing a long-avoided task. Reflect on the experience and what you learned from it. Emotional regulation. Practice pausing before reacting to emotional triggers. When you feel a strong emotion rising, take a deep breath, count to 5, and then respond. Reflect on how this practice changes your interactions and decisions. Accountability partner. Find a friend or family member who is also interested in personal growth. Share your goals and progress with each other weekly. This accountability can provide motivation and support as you work to remove these anti-Stoic habits. Questions for reflection, self-examination. Which of the 7 anti-Stoic habits resonates most with you? Why do you think this habit is particularly challenging for you? Personal growth. How do you currently respond to discomfort or adversity? What strategies can you implement to embrace these challenges as opportunities for growth? Emotional awareness. How often do you find yourself reacting impulsively to emotions? What steps can you take to become more aware of your emotional triggers and manage your responses? Focus on the present. In what ways do you find yourself dwelling on the past or worrying about the future? How can you cultivate more mindfulness and presence in your daily life? External validation. How much do external opinions and societal expectations influence your decisions and sense of self-worth? What actions can you take to shift your focus inward and align more closely with your values and virtues? Final thoughts. As you embark on this path, remember that Stoicism is not about perfection, but progress. It's about striving to be a little better each day, to live with more wisdom, courage, and tranquility. The journey might be challenging, but the rewards are profound. A life lived with intention, resilience, and inner peace. Thank you for watching and being part of this community committed to personal growth and Stoic wisdom. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights and practical tips on living a fulfilling life. Let's continue this journey together, supporting and inspiring each other every step of the way. Stay mindful, stay resilient, and remember, true power lies within you. Until next time, take care and keep striving for your best self.